Make sure you watch until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies, and I am here today with Javon. Javon, how you doing?
Good, good.
And we're gonna give you a van tour of his van. Now, tell us a little bit about this van. What's the make, model, year of it?
It's a 2017 GMC Savana, two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive.
Okay, and how is that handling in the snow?
You know, I got studded tires on it, so it actually does pretty good. You know, I got to be careful. It's not a four-wheel drive, but it does all right. I'm actually pretty impressed with, you know, for being a rear-wheel, two-wheel drive.
Really?
It gets me around. It gets me around with the studs.
Okay.
Without the studs, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah. Now, I mean, do you have quite a bit of weight in here that kind of helps you with that, or like, do you consider it kind of heavy, or?
I do consider it heavy. Yeah, okay. And you can feel it when you're driving down the road. I think that all the equipment that's in there is weighing it down, maybe distributing the weight more evenly.
Okay.
And I think that helps in the snow.
Okay,
for sure. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for letting us do this. Let's go ahead and start in the cockpit up there in the driver's seat, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
All right, Javon, here we are. We're in the cockpit, driver's seat of your van here, and if you can kind of walk us through up front, I'm seeing all sorts of stuff I'm kind of curious about.
Okay. Well, I guess to start, this is where I keep my phone. This is actually a modification that I put in here for my phone. Makes it nice, quick, and easy. It's just a dash-mounted support that we got. Makes it easy to look if I'm getting any messages or any texts while I'm driving. I can glance down real quick without interrupting anything. It actually has already been broken, so I had to modify it. It's got now metal supports where it used to be plastic, but you know, that's part of what the locksmith does, right?
Yep.
We make stuff work.
Very true.
Yeah, I mean, you know, keep my coffee cup here. This is where my little music player, because my radio doesn't have anything that I can hook up via Bluetooth. So all my plugins and information, or plugins for all my devices. This is my boogie board, which is actually a note taker. So I can actually write notes here. If I, you know, don't want to have to scrounge for some paper or anything, I can actually just write it here real quick and catch that information later if need be. I keep all my survey information, all my paperwork right here in this clipboard. This is my tablet that I use for everyday work. My radio is on this side attached, call-ins, and then on the inside I've got just general information, business cards and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have to say, I've never actually seen one of those boogie boards before. That's kind of cool. So that's a really cool way when you're driving down the road, or maybe you're talking to a customer because you can't, like, GPS isn't giving you the right directions.
Right.
Do a couple quick little notes on there.
Yep.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you just hit a button to erase it. You can make a quick note, and that's really what it's for. It's just for that really quick stuff where if I can't find a piece of paper or don't have my pen handy or something like that, then I can actually do it pretty rapidly. Yeah. And
your stereo is just stock.
Just a stock.
Just a stock stereo.
Nothing fancy here. Yeah.
And the nice metal thing here, a little case that I'm guessing it's nicer than not having one, to have something here to kind of have at basic level, so stuff's not rolling around.
Yeah, it's nice to keep it kind of contained, and it's a place that I can put stuff that you know, keeps it out of the way, keeps it looking clean somewhat, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but before we move on from this, I have to say, you know, I'm looking at your coffee cup. It says I'm a Ford truck man on there, and you're driving a GMC. So, you know, talk to us about that a little bit. I mean, is that true?
I am a Ford guy, yes. All my vehicles are Fords. But, you know, hey, it's work. I'll drive a GMC.
Okay, yeah. All right, Javon, so we're on the side slider of your van here. And do you do lockouts?
Yep, absolutely. I do lockouts all the time. Yep.
Okay, can you kind of walk us through how you have your tools set up to do them?
Sure. So I like everything kind of at the ready right here as I come into the truck, especially for lockouts. You know, people are kind of frantic sometimes. So what I do is I just have a bungee cord here strapped to the cabinet. Pull that off. All my tools are right here in this case. Flip this open. This has all my basic tools, everything I normally would use. And then I have my long rod kind of in my secret location over here. which is just right behind the cabinet, and that just slides out, but stays out of the way. So just tuck that in, nice and easy. Everything's quick. We go back right where it was before.
All right, Javon, here we are in the back of your van, and I have to say, I'm really liking it.
Oh, thank you.
I like the, with this metal edge here you put on, and then there's the carpet in there. That's really nice. If you wouldn't mind just kind of giving everyone just a quick tour, just about everything in here.
Okay, great. Yeah. So this is where I generally sit. I have my little stool here, where I commonly do my rekeying, my keying kit here. I have a little stamping block, little vise in case I need it. Garbage down here, inverter down here, key machine, duplicator, then which is just a HPC tracer key. And then I got my code machine and grinder, and then I keep all my cards and stuff up here. Here I have a battery jumper box. If you open up this cabinet, I have pre-cut keys, kind of a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that I might use, kind of the quick grab stuff, anything while I'm doing rekeying. High security, or not, excuse me, not high security, but do not duplicate style blanks are in this drawer. Go through here, I got all my cylinders, another drawer of cylinders. And then back here, we've got just kind of a bunch of miscellaneous. This is auto ignitions and things like that. This is miscellaneous also, batteries and stuff. And if you come over to this side, this is all my product. Things that some of it is stuff that I've collected off of jobs where, you know, something's in good condition, I feel like I can reuse it. I've got pivots, I've got Adams Wright hardware, I've got my latches, bolts, strike plates, cam locks. This is some safe tools. I got my drill and my jigsaw, my grinder down here. This is a multi-tool in here, and a Dremel. Just in this. Just kind of tucks away back in here. And then, of course, well, you've already seen the lockout kit. This is just a bunch of extra screws and miscellaneous parts. And then when you come back this way, this is my normal go-to tool bag. This is actually some extra tools that I bring in my personal collection that I might need on the rare occasion, but it just kind of sits here most of the time. And this is my kind of go-to tools, the stuff that I use on every job. So if I show up on a job, this is what I hook to my belt. It's got a little hook on it, quick release, real easy. This is everything I use to just go in and take a look at a job first thing. If it's not in here, if I need more than this, then it's a bigger job anyway, so I need to take more time, but this gets me through probably the majority of everything I initially start out with that isn't a bigger project. Notepad, and I think that's about it.
Well, Javon, I have to say, I am really impressed with how orderly your van is.
Thank you.
And now, even for a guy driving a GMC van who's a Ford guy,
Right.
you know, you know how to take good care of it.
Thank you.
But I'm liking it all. You know, one thing I wanted to point it out real quick right up here is the keys. It looks like you don't have a ton of keys up here.
I don't know.
You don't?
Nope.
Is that just something that you kind of know the keys you need, and so you stock them, and then anything else, when you're heading to the job, you'll prepare at the shop to take with you? Is that kind of the...
Basically, yeah. I keep everything that's the most common. I have a few bins. I didn't show it previously, but there are a few bins up there where I have the really common stuff, your Schlegs and your quick sets and the Wisers and stuff like that. But the majority of it is everything that's most common. I don't carry a lot of keys. And after this many years, I don't like hearing a lot of keys banging around in my truck. So I kind of I limit that a little bit. Yeah. Sure. Deliberately. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Now there's one last question I have to ask, because we can't ever not do one of these without asking this question.
Okay.
What is the van's name? And I'm a little nervous with you, you know, driving a GMC and all.
Right. Actually, my truck doesn't have a name. So
no name.
I have no name. So if somebody out there wants to give me a name for it, that would be excellent.
All right, everybody out there, you just heard it firsthand. So we have got to name this van for Javon.
Right. I'm anxious to hear that.
All right.
What we come up with.
Awesome. Well, Javon, thank you once again for taking the time to show everybody. Great setup. We'll let you get back to work.
Okay.
Everybody, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Quick, we go back right where it was before. There's a blooper
Hey, we
for
can
you.
edit that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Look at that plane climbing right there. To turn. Let's just wait for a second to get over our head.
It probably will be pretty loud on the video, I guess, right? Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are, and we're in the back slider area of your van. And before we dive, sorry.
And then my tools are right here. All right, so when it comes to my everyday use gear, this is one of the things that actually you might find kind of amusing. So we use these power drills in our everyday work, and mine just happened to fall off a 12-foot ladder and broke. So, as a locksmith, I'm not going to let it just go to waste and get rid of it. It still worked, so I modified it a little to keep using it till it dies. Still works.
All right, go ahead.
Javon, I have to tell you, I'm really impressed with how orderly and how clean your van is.
Oh, thank you.
And I really take, messed up.
All right.
We're good.
We'll get it together here.
Got a blooper reel.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Since you just watched this video, I'm guessing that you work with locks and keys. And to us at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we want to hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, join the conversation and comment on our posts and videos and include the hashtag LockBoss. It's free to enter this giveaway. And every Tuesday, we're gonna pick 5 winners from the previous week and hook you up with all sorts of prizes, including gear, tools, supplies. We might even send you a key machine or buy you lunch. So if you're a lock boss, join us every week to learn, grow, and win.